Hello Virgos! Really sorry for uploading this very late. I've been very busy working. Lots of things have been thrown at me at the moment this week, so these videos are coming up like 4 or 5 days late, so I really do apologise. But thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you'd like a private reading after this, then do go into the description below. This is going to be a general reading for Virgo for the 15th of July to the end of July, so that will be the 31st of July this month. I hope you guys are doing okay, and let's just see what the cards bring out. Yeah, let's see what happens. Hello Virgo. So far what we've got in the current situation is the Empress card. Not the Empress, the Emperor card. The Emperor card in reverse. Now the Emperor card usually denotes to control energy, so as you know, Aries can be very in charge, leader-like qualities. They can be seen almost sometimes like a dictator. So in the reverse, the situation is either there's very poor leadership skills or very poor understanding of what it is to basically be a leader and in control of a group. So you may feel like you're a little bit inadequate in the role that you are doing, or potentially unqualified for the role that you are doing at the moment. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you've got the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands crossing here. The Three Wands energy is always about ideas and creative energy and creative ideas. So it may be that you're trying to not have too much control and actually let go a little bit. You're a bit aware of how OCD, how you want things to be always perfect and everything in line. And quite recently you've been a little bit more lax, being a little bit more messy. You're letting, you're basically not being as OCD as you used to be. And that might be quite beneficial because you're obviously focusing on something which is more important, and that is probably, I would say at the moment, your family. This is because of the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card that basically talks about basically perfect foundational energy for families and in your surroundings. As you can see, there's a person in the middle of the card who is able to balance on just one toe very effortlessly and very calmly. And that's the best part about all this, is that it should feel very easy going. So this is in your previous past history. And one of the main reasons why you may be feeling so easy is because you've been able to get things going very quickly now, or within the past like 2-3 weeks, maybe even a little bit before that. Things have been moving much more quicker, and that is really helpful for you because and the reason why I'm saying things are going really quickly at the moment is because you've got the Chariot card crossing over the Four of Wands. So it may be that you have very quickly moved into a better environment for yourself and for your family and for your friends, or you feel like home is just calmer than usual. It might be quieter, and you're very, very much aware of how quickly things are going on around you at the moment. And you know how I was saying about control and being being in control. The Chariot card is a card that can also relate to basically in the original Rider-Waite deck. There is a chariot, and one of the wheels has fallen off because you're going into battle, and you're still going further ahead, even though you have a little bit of a feeling that you might not be able to succeed. And so having the Four of Wands and the Chariot, that says to me that even though you have that fears and those worries that things may break down at this moment in time, things are calm, things are still in the home, and you're not, or you shouldn't be, worried about how quickly things are moving in. If you've recently got into a new relationship, for example, you may have had a little bit of fears and a bit of worries. Let's face it, Virgos, you are probably known as one of the most worrying sun signs of astrology. So even though you had those fears and those worries, you managed to move in and have a firm foundation environment for where you're living, which is quite nice because you've taken a risk, and that's really good. I think last time in your last video, I feel like you were, because things were going so well, and because you fear that things aren't going, this is not going to stay well for much more longer, you took the risk, and I think it's paying off for you. I think you're feeling a little bit more in control and less powerless. So like you've got more power to do the things that you want at the moment, or your mind isn't so constricted, so you're being able to think more freely about what it is and where you want to go, especially if you're in a home environment with your kids and your friends and your family. In fact, this is quite a nice time of the year, especially if you are off work with your kids. Then that'll be good. This kind of energy is really good for you. So yeah, so I also pulled out a couple other cards, basically to think about what's actually going on upstairs, so in the mind, or anything else which I really do need to know about. So we've got the Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands is a creative force energy, it's new beginnings, and having it in the reverse, let me show you. Having it in the reverse can sometimes suggest to me that you've lost a creative spirit, or you've lost the chance to start off on a new creative beginning, or you feel like you have. And this is okay. And I would say that because maybe right now isn't the best time to be creative, and have these big, massive, bold ideas, because too much at once, and by the looks of things, you've had some ideas flow through at the moment. Too much at once can make things really complicated and stressy, and you don't want to be stressed out about these things. What you want to be able to do is essentially control these emotions to an extent where you're able to use them positively, you are able to nurture others because of your own understanding, because of your own feeling of the universe and things around you. So far this is actually a really good reading for Virgo. Last card I've got is the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're going to gain back a little bit more control, just because it's your nature. The only worry and the only fear that I would have for you Virgos at the moment is exactly how are you using your tongue? How are you seeing things? Are you seeing things a little bit more maliciously than they actually are? Are you being, are you still being paranoid even though things are still going well? You will have the tendency still to feel that certain way. So, as I said in my last video, which I believe was Virgo, don't sabotage a good thing. Don't sabotage a good thing. Don't feel that just because things are going well, there must be something that isn't. I'm certain that so far it's going quite well, but you're going to try and want to rein in the control. I think by the end of this month, and just be aware of exactly how you're going to use your abilities in a positive way. But thank you so much, Virgos, for coming to listen to my reading. It's absolutely amazing that you guys have come to watch. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing this every 2 weeks, probably from the beginning of August. It's just been a little bit crazy for me at the moment, so yeah, thank you so much and many blessings.